The 43 qualifiers for the race start with Jeff Gordon on the pole, his second straight 600. That's what he's after tonight, and his third in all. On the pole for the fifth straight time, Jeff Gordon tying the record of David Pearson.
Jeff Gordon is the only guy in the last 20 years that's won this race from the pole. He may do it again.
Field coming down, ready to take green. 39th annual Coca-Cola 600 is underway and going into turn number one. It looks like Gordon on their way.
Interesting story down here between Kenny Wallace and Ted Musgrave. You see, there are only 42 pit stalls on pit road, 43 starters today. That means those two guys who both took provisionals shared a pit. Therefore, they were in a race going to that first caution flag.
You would think it was 10 laps to go as they go off into turn 3 right there. You can see Rusty Wallace fighting Jeff Gordon side by side and Mark Martin just behind him, inches away.
This is one of NASCAR's most capricious racetracks. It changes dramatically as the sun comes out and goes away. And this place drives the mechanics nuts during every pit stop as they try to adjust the cars to the changing conditions.
And they're still side by side. Nobody shows any advantage right now. They have had a chance to work on these cars. Here comes John Andretti in 4th place. He's going to make a race out of this, and Ward Burton, our early leader in the race, moving into the fray.
And with Gordon leading a lap, he's now led in 10 of the 11 trial races in which he's participated. And look at this struggle. Ford against Chevrolet. This isn't good. You'd think it was the final lap. Instead of lap 45 to be completed this time by.
Well, this is what they all came to see, isn't it?
Well, the only thing wrong with running side by side like that, the car on the inside is actually leaning on the tires more. Jeff Gordon getting a little bit better grip as they come off turn 2. Here comes Wallace back though on the inside, but anytime you make a shorter turn in the corner, you put a little more heat in the tires later on in the run. That could hurt Rusty just a little bit.
Using an outside line, Jeff Gordon.
And some nervous early moments for Jeff Gordon in the 24 car. Jeff reported over the radio that he thought the motor was missing. Well, they switched ignition boxes and then switched back. There's 2 ignition boxes inside each car. Now he says it sounds fine and it's not missing or skipping anymore.
And for those who think that Jeff Gordon is invincible, all you had to do was hang around Charlotte Speedway for the last week or so. Last Saturday night in the Winston, they tried running just a little bit light, ran out of gas with victory in sight. Yesterday morning, team driver in the car, flat tire, car in the wall. They had to work all day yesterday to get it right. And today, Ray Evernham is sporting a black eye, working on the car. One of the grinding wheels came apart. It's a good thing he was wearing safety glasses, but Ray's got a black eye. He says, however, the team has all pulled together, and that is what has given him the confidence that tonight will be their night. All the bad stuff is over.
Look at this gang up in front.
Okay, as reported earlier, Mark Martin's car is a little bit loose with the car directly behind him. Here comes Jeff Gordon right back by Martin.
And his lead that had extended to maybe 20 car lengths has been cut down considerably here recently. Jeff Gordon's climbing back into this picture. 7/10 of a second down. Is Gordon to Mark Martin, the leader. Gordon first, Jimmy in second.
And Jeff Gordon was just on pit road. They changed 4 tires. They also made a chassis adjustment to the right rear, transferring weight to the left front. Jeff saying the car was a little bit tight, so they want to free it up a little bit in the corners.
You've got Gordon versus Martin one more time. What a punch-up this has been.
Absolutely. Mark Martin took a look just a second ago in turn 3 on the high side of Jeff Gordon. Couldn't make it stick. Right now, he's just in his tire tracks here as they come off turn 4.
Jeff Gordon trying to become a 3-time winner. A year ago, he got stuck on a traffic jam trying to get out to the racetrack, and a police officer saved him, got him here. He got to the driver's meeting just about on time. This year, he just flat slept over yesterday, so they put Terry Labonte in the car to go out and practice. He ran over something in the track and scuffed up the whole right side of that number 24. But it sure doesn't look like he hurt it much, buddy.
No, not at all. You see Todd Bodine going a lap down there as Jeff Gordon turns left under him. Rockets off the corner there. Mark Martin still working on him, trying to go by.
They did a lot of work on that number 24 car, changed the whole rear end, did a lot of sheet metal work on the side. In fact, they just managed to get the decals on that car this morning. They had to repaint the whole right side of it, and changed the right front hub, lined it all back up again, and right out of the box. As soon as they put the rebuilt car on the racetrack, it was fast. Jeff Gordon, back-to-back wins. He's looking awful good right now, running in second spot.
But when that happened, look at Jeff Gordon take the outside of the racetrack, rim riding around the racetrack here, trying to move in on Mark Martin. Jeff Gordon behind him, using some of his open wheel experience, moving around on the racetrack, trying to find that great groove so he can get up to Martin. Jeff Gordon on the pit road.
Let's go to Steve.
And they just made a chassis adjustment to the right rear of this car. 4 tires and gas for Jeff Gordon. Shane Parsnow and Mike Trower are the tire changers. Barry Muse for the Jackman. 19.1 seconds for Jeff Gordon.
And away is Gordon.
That number 24 car is having the pit stops, Ken. And I'll tell you what, that's the kind of stuff that wins races. And those Rainbow Warriors, race after race after race, are able to pull off those 17-second pit stops. In the end of a 600-miler, that will add up to be a huge benefit.
There's a real driver. No rear spoilers. None of the, you know, I've been to the wind tunnel 7 times with this car. Here's a man that drove the race car just as it was.
All right, 1960. Steve Burns.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon was just in. He took 4 tires. He did not make a chassis adjustment this time. He did on the last stop, but not this time. He also was complaining that he was very thirsty, so he did get some water.
Jeff Gordon's number 24 back out here. Major contender as he tries to win it back-to-back.
Jarrett has a very fast car, but he got caught on the outside and lost a lot of track position there. Here comes Gordon on the outside of the 2-car, Rusty Wallace.
So it's Martin up in that front running spot. Then you've got Spencer, Jarrett, Wallace, Gordon in this confab right here, buddy. That's a grand fight for third spot. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. All running tight together just past the halfway mark in the event.
3 wide down the back straightaway, side by side. Rusty Wallace on the inside, Dale Earnhardt in the middle. Jeff Gordon in the 3rd lane on the high side of the racetrack. Earnhardt just let him go.
Well, we'll see what Gordon can do with this deal. This morning, Ray Evernham said he had as good a chance to win this race as any he has ever entered in his career. They feel as if this is an exceptionally strong car. The team has very much pulled together for this race. They got a good shot at it. He's running very well tonight. Jeff Gordon, that number 24.
Major contender to win it back-to-back.
Watch Jeff Gordon go through the grass right there, enter the racetrack just below by Bodine, staying out of harm's way.
Here comes Gordon closing ground. Gordon moving in. Look at that bump in turn number 1. That really unsettles him.
The first couple of laps before they get the air pressure back up in the tires like they're supposed to be, the drivers tell me the cars move around quite a bit. You can see Jeff Gordon's car a little tail happy as they went into turns 1 and 2. As the tire pressure builds up, as these cars go through the corners, the tires heat up, gets more air pressure in it. They drive much better after 2 or 3 laps.
Top 3 bunched together. One here in 1990 in a great battle with Bill Elliott. Here's Gordon back on the inside and not finding running room. And here comes Gordon back into it.
Well, as Rusty says that he gets satisfaction out of racing with people in order to win the thing, he is going to get a lot of satisfaction if he can pull this win off. And there's a 4th guy that has just joined the party. Mark Martin in the number 6 is right in there as well.
Clear all around.
Top
Clear.
4 in a bundle.
Whoa, getting close. Man.
And Martin, who was led and dominated for a while, is pulling up. Meanwhile, for the lead, look at this. Jeff Gordon puts that Chevrolet in front of 3 Fords.
Boy, all I had to do was talk about how good Jarrett's car was working. Here comes a 24 right now. Jeff Gordon, very, very strong.
It is a battle of champions. The defending champion of the 600. He's up on the point right now. There's Gordon, the 96 winner of the 600, right behind him, Dale Jarrett. Well, Jeff Gordon's done it again. He's pulled back around. Remember when he was 22 years old and he won this race? And he thanked Ray Evernham, and he thanked that pit crew for the brilliant job they did. And again tonight, they've kept him in the hunt. If you don't have a good team on pit road, you can write it off. At the speeds they're carrying around this 1.5 mile track, it's won and lost in the pits time after time. But right now, it comes down to driver against driver, and that's why every seat here at Charlotte is sold out to see a battle like this.
And he is so good, especially in this event at Charlotte. Coming into tonight's race, he had led 242 laps here in Charlotte, 201 of them in this event. won it in 1994, won it in 1997, 4 poles in a row. Gordon in the lead again at Charlotte.
And Jeff Gordon into the 24. They just made a slight chassis adjustment to the right rear. Jeff Gordon saying the car was good going into the corner, but loose in the middle. Another good stop. Let's go to Alan Bestwick.
Today's race started 3 Pontiacs in the top 10. Bobby Labonte being one of them. Jeff Burton being another, and John Andretti the third. Prior to this, 2 Pontiac victories over the years in this famous 600. Rusty Wallace in 90, David Pearson in 61. Look at Gordon go through.
Well, they've been running side by side. Gordon finally got back by Bobby Labonte. At this point of the race, here comes Jeff Gordon by. On the inside as they head down into turn 3. Mark keeps some fire built in that thing, but Gordon has been very, very good at the early part of the run.
Driving the race car. Oh, he's wiggling. Mark Martin's in trouble.
Jack Roush looking on. Bet he's on the radio right now saying, what happened? Here's Gordon down to the inside, bringing the Pontiac Bobby Labonte with him.
Jeff Gordon, on the other hand, he took fuel and right side tires. So 2 tires for Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon there in second place has been extremely fast for about 10 to 15 laps until the tires get hot. And then he's been dropping off the pace just a little bit as he goes by Mark Martin coming off turn 2.
Gordon picks it up into first place. Jeff Gordon trying to repeat. Ray Evernham, crew chief for Jeff Gordon, on the strategy, how it works and doesn't work in the Coca-Cola 600.
Well, I think the best strategy that we ever had in the 600 was the night we took the 2 tires and beat Rusty, won our first ever Winston Cup race. Probably the thing that backfired is 1995 when we had that wheel come off and I ended up with a huge fine. So those were probably the best and worst moments for us at Charlotte ever.
I was on pit road that night, and I stood with Rusty Wallace at the gas pumps as he kept staring at victory lane saying, I can't believe he beat me taking only 2 tires. And we have a similar scenario playing out tonight because on that last round of pit stops, Mark Martin took none, Gordon took 2, Labonte took 4, Dale Jarrett took 4. What will the smart strategy be?
47 laps to go and they come by.
Boy, I tell you what, Rusty Wallace looked awfully strong in the corners. Ran off the racetrack is sticking so well, getting into turn 1 a while ago. The sparks just flew, as you can see, right on the white line. The left side tires actually went down on the flat part of the racetrack just then, getting into turn 1.
2 cars handling extremely well late in the event. The crews have adjusted them all night long. They started out pretty close. Gordon slipping back.
Unable to keep the car running real fast into the corner. Gordon gives up a little bit of track there. You can tell that the car is not sticking to suiting going into the corner.
Gordon's going to need another pit stop. He's going to be able to do anything with these guys.
And let's review the pit strategy on that last pit stop. Jeff Gordon took 2 tires in the 24 car.
Flashing under the lights, back to the stripe. Mark Martin digging on the inside. Dale Jarrett on the outside makes his move, and here comes Gordon.
Gordon with 4 fresh tires on the Chevrolet has been lightning quick on all restarts tonight. You see him right now digging for every inch of real estate that he can get as the 2 Fords run side by side. They have him bottled up right now.
In the box, the 24. Trying to squeeze through.
That's as good as we have seen that car run all night. He is right on Jarrett's bumper.
Outside, inside move. And that maneuver by number 24 makes Gordon a real prospect again to win this race.
3rd spot, and right now is the fastest racetrack car on the racetrack.
He came out of the pits in 6th. He is now 3rd. 2 to go. He's got 2 more guys to pass.
Just behind him, Jeff Gordon closing ever so fast.
And they've got a million reasons to keep Jeff Gordon back there.
Bonus does not count right now to Jeff Gordon. All he wants is to win the 600. He's within 1 car left now. Bobby Labonte in 2nd.
Labonte has also closed on Rusty Wallace, the leader. Here we go. Gordon outside.
Gordon on the outside as they come off turn 2. It looks like Gordon with the 4 fresh tires really has some momentum.
Chevrolet goes into 2nd. Pontiac dropped to 3rd. Ford still leading. Rusty Wallace, that number 2 Ford.
Well, he won his first race ever here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Gordon did with tire strategy. Tonight, looks like he's played his cards right.
Rusty Wallace needs to use up a lot of racetrack right now. You see Jeff Gordon less than a car length back in second place. I'm not sure he can hold him off. Gordon's looking around right now, trying to get racing room. I guarantee you right now, Rusty Wallace has one eye in the mirror, one on where he's going.
I don't need incentive to race hard every lap, says Rusty Wallace, but $1 million could make a little difference. He's given it everything he's got. And here is the 24 car closing in again. The car that pressed into the wall in the second turn right there yesterday, coming to the outside. Here comes Gordon making the move. And again, wide ovaling. It's number 2 Wallace to hold the spot.
Doing exactly what I said. It's his race right now. You see Bobby Labonte making a move on the outside of Gordon there.
Oh, wow.
They're making a sandwich. Whoa, baby.
Gordon got it. Gordon came out on top. Unbelievable. Jeff Gordon trying to win it back-to-back to win his third 600.
It's not done yet. Just in fourth place there. Dale Jarrett making a move now, trying to move up.
Like a bandit in the night. Pickpocketing. Wallace and Labonte. And pulling away now is Jeff Gordon. Here comes Wallace back.
What a move by Jeff Gordon to take the lead.
Now, will he use up all the good of those tires as hard as he's been running? The Chevrolet has been lightning fast for about 15 laps. Then it starts giving up.
Jeff Gordon said if he wasn't racing, he'd probably go to college to further his education. He could buy his own college after the night.
And the town is in.
Can Wallace muster one more challenge to take this back and take the $1 million bonus? Ray Evernham looking on, pacing as Jeff Gordon gets ever closer to becoming a 3-time winner of the 600.
Well,
5 times he's been on the pole.
Yep, the tires haven't started going away yet. You can see Gordon clearly in the lead right now, and the car does not show any ill effects in the corner.
Nice and smooth, running his own line. No problems whatsoever with the handling on that race car. Opening distance between himself and Rusty Wallace.
And indeed he did, about 5-6 car lengths, going for his third win of 1998. He won at Bristol, he won at Rockingham. Is Gordon going to stay with it and do it tonight? Here he is, charging out of turn number 2.
We know for a fact he has enough fuel to make it this time, so it's not going to be like the Winston. He's not going to run out of fuel. But I tell you, Rusty Wallace is driving his heart out right now, trying to close in on Jeff Gordon.
Gordon's just the class of the field right now. In command, solidly in command as this race winds down.
As Gordon continues to build on a lead. Evernham continuing to look on. The ex-modified driver from New Jersey, who with his magic has put this guy into such a great position. And there you saw Pemberton looking on, crew chief, car number 2. As we get down to the end, the white flag is out. This is it to decide it all. Final lap into turn number 1. Jeff Gordon, unrelenting, has continued to draw away as the victory is concerned. Down they come out of turn number 4. And for the 3rd time in his career, it is Jeff Gordon winning the 600 at Charlotte, North Carolina. The Coca-Cola 600 will have Gordon's name on the trophy. Jeff Gordon has done it, and it is a surprise. It was not that big a deal all night long, but when it counted, it was the biggest deal here.
It was the whole deal, making that pit stop, taking on 4 tires. He had to have it. He had dropped all the way back to 5th before that pit stop.
And driver after driver driving by, waving at him, congratulating Jeff Gordon on his victory.
Let's go to Mike Hogwood.
And we're here with Ray Evernham. What a 10 days of speed here in Charlotte. Running out of gas in Winston, you wrecked yesterday, and then you finish it up back-to-back 600 titles.
Yeah, it was. It's really great. This is an awesome, awesome team, and Jeff is an awesome driver. We need to thank God first for giving us the opportunity to do this and stand behind us when we have problems like we did the other night. And the fans, hey, this one's for you for the mistake I made the other night.
What about that great move getting past Rusty Wallace?
He's the man. There's no doubt about it. You know, he's
no slam to anybody else, but that kid's about the greatest driver I've ever seen. And Rick, we got to make a new deal for something else on this. Hope you and Linda got to watch it.
When that last caution came out and you got the 4 fresh tires, did you feel that that was what you needed to compete here at the end?
Well, we weren't going to win it where we were, and like I told him, look, you know, let's not look. We're going to be fifth. Let's try and win this thing. Let's try and win this thing. Okay.
All right. Ray Evernham back upstairs, and it's a happy team down here.
And win it they did, and in what style. He was his own human fireball tonight as the fireworks finally got off the ground. Here is Jeff Gordon out of the car and in victory lane. Let's get down there right now and meet the champion.
Well, Jeff, we've seen some impressive victories by Jeff Gordon and the Rainbow Warriors, but that was one of the tops.
That was a Rainbow Warrior win right there, man. That was awesome. Tell you what, all it took was 4 tires. Those other guys came in and took 2. I mean, they couldn't take the gamble, you know, to take 2, and we didn't have anything to lose, so we took 4. Great call.
Jeff, I'll ask you first, and Brooke, then I'll ask you. Tell the truth. Did you think you're going to win the race there in the last restart?
Are you kidding me? No way, man, no way. I had no idea we were going to win this race. I was just hoping we could get a couple guys and get us to top 5 and you know, be in that no bull challenge in Indianapolis. And all of a sudden, man, I picked off 2 right away. Well, Johnny Benson slid his tires on the restart. I got by him, and then I got by the next 2. And I said, man, I might have a chance here. It reminded me of the Winston. I tell you what, these guys redeemed themselves today. Ray did. I know he's happy about this. They did a heck of a job. Hey, Rick, I know he's excited watching at home, man. This is a great victory for Hendrick Motorsports.
Jeff, we're going to show the viewers at home that last pass. Talk us through what you're thinking as you made the move.
That was pretty wild. You know, I tried to go to the outside of Rusty. He got loose. We both went high. I knew Bobby Labonte was coming. I was like, oh, man, he's going to get both of us. And as we, you know, I blocked him. He kind of bumped me going down the back straightaway. And he actually got to the outside of me, in which that helped me because I was tight, and it actually loosened my carb so I could turn and go underneath Rusty. And I just stood in the gas, said there's either going to be a wreck or we're going to win this thing.
All right, Brooke, tell the truth. Did you think he could do it?
Well, I never doubt him. I never doubt him, but I tell you, he pulled it out there at the end. He even surprised me and the whole team. I'm so proud of him.
All right, congratulations to you both. Let's go to Randy.
Back-to-back, Jeff Gordon has won this 600, and he gets a $110,000 bonus because he started on the pole. And if you start on the pole and win, it's worth a bonus. And he keeps building race after race. Racing writer Gary Long has said if Nike were to embrace motorsports as it has golf, Jeff Gordon would be its Tiger Woods, and the comparisons may be presumptuous, but inevitable nonetheless. Like the guy who drives Titleist, the guy who drives Chevys, has been programmed from birth and groomed for glory. He's attained at a ridiculously early age. At 21, he won a 125-miler at Daytona. He was asked exactly when he became serious about racing. He said, I was serious about racing when I was 5. Jeff Gordon wins for the 3rd time and now leads in points.
Jeff Gordon has now won this race 3 times. Rusty Wallace has finished second to him in this race 3 times.
Anybody better than this guy, Gordon?
I don't know. When it comes right down to it and the tires are hooked up, I don't think anybody drives any harder.
32nd career win. He's now won 32 of his last 126 Winston Cup races.